Srimad Bhagvatam, the transcendental vedic wisdom that teaches us how to become servant of everyone, how to be compassionate, and the science of the soul. Canto 6, text 24, chapter 11. O my Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, will I again be able to be a servant of your eternal servants, who find shelter only at your lotus feet? O Lord of my life, may I again become their servant, so that my mind may always think of your transcendental attributes, my words always glorify those attributes, and my body always engage in the loving service of your Lordship. Aham Hare Tava Padeka Mula Dasanudasa Pavitasmi Bhuya Manasmarate Tashu Pater Gunamste Grinita Vakarmakaro Tukaya. Purport: this verse gives the sum and substance of devotional life. One must first become a servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord. Das Anudas. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised, and he has also showed by his own example, that a living entity should always desire to be a servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna, the maintainer of the gopis. Gopi Bhartu Pada Kamalayor Dasa Dasa Nudasa. This means that one must accept a spiritual master who comes in that disciplic succession and is a servant of the Lord. And under his direction one must then engage one's three properties, namely his body, mind, and words. The body should be engaged in physical activity under the order of the master, spiritual master. The mind should think of Krishna incessantly, and one's words should be engaged in preaching the glories of the Lord. If one is thus engaged in the loving service of the Lord, one's life is successful. This is very wonderful. It teaches us how to become humble. We cannot jump straight to Krishna, but if we come through the disciplic chain of masters and follow their examples, the Mahatmas, the Mahajans, we follow them, the disciplic chain of spiritual masters. This knowledge is descended down from Krishna through this disciplic line, legacy or heritage. And if we learn to serve them, the servants of Krishna, those who are already engaged 100% in Krishna's service, then we will also be successful. If we also engage our body, mind, and words in the service of those who are serving, then we will find perfection of life. This is so wonderful. And here these prayers, Nana kapristam nacha parameshtyam na sarvabhaumam na rasadipatyam na yoga siddhira punarbhavam va samanjasatva virahaya kankshe. O my Lord, source of all opportunities, I do not desire to enjoy in Dhruvalok, the heavenly planets, or the planet where Lord Brahma resides, nor do I want to be the supreme ruler of all the earthly planets or the lower planetary systems. I do not desire to be master of the powers of mystic yoga, nor do I want liberation if I have to give up your lotus feet. This is the prayer of Vritrasura, a great devotee. A pure devotee never desires to gain material opportunities by rendering transcendental loving service to the Lord. A pure devotee desires only to engage in loving service to the Lord in the constant association of the Lord and his eternal associates, as stated in the previous verse, Das Anudas Pavitasmi, as confirmed by Narottam Das Thakur, Tandera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sane Vasa Janame Janme Haya Eya Bilas. To serve the Lord and the servants of his servants in the association of devotees is the only objective of a pure, unalloyed devotee. So you can see here how wonderful Vritrasura is praying that he does not want any boons, any material boons, meaning he doesn't even want to go to Swarga or the higher planets. And he does not want to be a ruler of the earthly material planets or even the lower planets. And he doesn't want any yogic powers, siddhis, that come by doing Ashtanga yoga. And he doesn't even want mukti, liberation, salvation. He doesn't want even that. If he has to give up the service of Krishna's beautiful lotus feet and the pure devotees who serve him. So we can see what a beautiful prayer, and we should aspire to pray like this, to serve the Lord and the servants of his servants. How wonderful. So hope this has helped you, and we'll read a little bit more of this epic transcendental book, Srimad Bhagvatam, the sequel or the continuation of Bhagavad Gita. Where Bhagavad Gita ends, Srimad Bhagvatam begins. Hare Krishna.